Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Sakshurvunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Iti Namine. Sarvadam cha me varudam cha me Vedanam cha me Vaibhavam cha me Jivanam cha me Jivitam cha me Devatam cha me Padana param. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Vanja Kalpatarupcha Krupa Sindupya Vacha Paditana Bhavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Takta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Brishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. My Koti Sandavat Pranam to Srila Gurudev and all of you Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis assembled here. Actually, I have no qualification. I used to take care of the children here. And also, luckily, by the mercy of Gurudev and Guru Parampara, by yesterday was the 600th program to the children that we have just delivered. It was just a round number that came by exactly the same time that the Nawadwip Parikrama is starting. So it's all the mercy of Sri Guru and you all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Thank you. And with that, I will try to say a few words. So those were the glorious days when Srila Gurudev was with us, taking us to so many parikramas in Nawadwip and Brajamandal. After taking the very first even called the Sankalpa, which we also nicely heard that in the video. So it is said that associated with Sankalpa, there is also something called Sankalpa Sakti. So this Sankalpa Sakti refers to the willpower that causes one to take Sankalpa. This is very unique. And also, as you all know, Sankalpa is a Sanskrit term that refers to a heartfelt desire, a solemn oath, an intention or a resolve to do something. It is similar to the English concept of resolution, oath, except that it comes
Recording in progress.
Even deeper tends to be an affirmation. So on this day, we take a oath to be part of this virtual Nawadwip Parikrama. Almost of course, you all started it. I'm just joining in this Sankalpa. So now, what is the necessity of Sankalpa? This is where this really shines. Because this taking a firm oath to do what? We are talking about spiritual sadhana. The Sankalpa for a spiritual reason. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura has really mentioned that it is essential to have firm determination, that is Sankalpa, to perform Hari Bhajana, the process of devotional service. So Hari Bhajana involves many activities. To perform those activities, we take Sankalpa, committing to it. Because without commitment, how can we proceed with intensity and strength? As Shamarupa Prabhu nicely has described, we should take Sankalpa to accept only those that are favorable to Bhakti. Anukulyasya Sankalpa Pratikulya Vivarjanam. Be determined to accept only those that are favorable to devotion to Krishna, and rejecting everything unfavorable to devotion to Krishna. Anukulyasya Sankalpa. This is also described in the Prapanna Jivamritam 3.1. It says, Krishna kars naga sat bhakti prapannat vanukulake krityatva nichaya sochanu kulya sankalpa uchyate. So the resolute conviction to execute everything favorable to the service of Krishna, to his devotees, and to surrender is called Anukulyasya Sankalpa, acceptance of the favorables. Then the Pratikulya Vivarjanam is rejecting anything that is an obstacle to obtain Krishna. Again, in the Prapanna Jivanamritam, it is actually said again, Bhagavat Bhaktayor Bhakte Prapate Pratikulake Varj Yatve Nichayak Prati Kulya Varjanam Uchyate. So the resolution, so again the resolute conviction to abandon everything that is opposed to serving the Lord and his devotees and surrender to them, they are all basically to be abstained. So Sankalpas are also widely used in many activities, including material activities also, marriages, yoga practices and so on. But the Sankalpas we are taking about is for the spiritual advance in our Bhakti. As we advance through the 9 levels of Bhakti Lata, we take Sankalpas at every single stage to achieve the next goal and so on. Shraddha to Sadhu Sangha to Bhajan Kriya to Anartha Nivritti to Nishtha, Ruchi and so on. So in every stage, we take firm determination as what to do next to go to the next stage. We cannot really to be just stagnant and sitting in one stage. We just keep going up and up and up. So we take Sankalpas. Without Sankalpas, determination, advancement is not possible. And where we really hear so many histories also about the Sankalpa. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the South India, Sri Rangam, there in front of the temple, there used to be one devotee who used to come every day without fail and with his Bhagavad Gita and started reading. And when he is actually reading in front of the deity, the temple, so many people used to really come and then assemble. For what? Not to hear from him, but to make fun of him, because he was not able to pronounce even some the Sanskrit words right. He just like that, he was actually going. And the people thought, because those days there was no television, this was a wonderful way of enjoying, having fun for them. So they used to assemble at that time, and they used to really laugh and laugh. But this devotee never bothered. He was always reading whatever he could. And one day, this Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also happened to hear this. And he saw, what is going on here? And then he really went and then asked this devotee, what are you doing? And he said, I am reading Bhagavad Gita. So for what? Because my guru said that I should read that every day. And I took Sankalpa to really do that every day. But the thing, why people are laughing over here? What are they doing? Because I am not able to, I don't know Sanskrit. So they are all here to assemble to really make fun of me. But then, why are you crying? Because they are laughing? No, I am crying because I see, when I really open this book, Bhagavad Gita, and start reading, I see Bhagavan Krishna, and he is actually a charioteer for a Jivatma. How he has really come down that much? This is my Lord. So I cannot bear that. I am crying. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you got whatever that others could not get. You got the jewel. You got the bhakti. This is what is important. So the Sankalpa is really very, very important for us. But however, the topmost Sankalpa is to serve Radha Rani, to get to the lotus feet of the divine couple. So Suva Sankalpa Prakasha Sotram says, Anaradhya Radha Padam Poja Renu Anasritya Brinda Tavim Tat Padankam Asam Bhashya Tat Bhava Gambira Chittan Kuta Shyama Sindo Rasa Suha Gataha. So without worshipping the pollen of Sri Radha Rani's lotus feet, without taking shelter of Vrindavana, which bears her footprints, and without respectfully greeting the great souls whose hearts are filled with deep love for her, how will one be able to plunge into the nectar ocean of love for Krishna? So this Sankalpa, the firm determination of serving the lotus feet of Radha Rani is top. And every initiated devotee knows the important Sankalpa. Of course, the chanting, the fixed rounds up. Our japa. So chanting is like the umbilical cord connecting to the parent, and it is the main communication with the divine couple. So this Sankalpa is also very important. And I know that there are so many devotees do not eat or drink anything unless they read a full chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam daily. This is also a very strong Sankalpa for the advancement. And many people think that following Ekadasi is just a sentiment. Especially those who have been robbed by the material intelligence, going to this high Ivy League college and all those. But following Ekadasi is a great Sankalpa. While it is the Bhakti Janani, Madhava Diti and Krishna Vasati, following the Ekadasi Vrata prepares us to progress towards the Bhava Bhakti. I do not know how many of you really heard about this. There was a nice thing happened. This happened in Kerala, and that place is called Guruvayur. Because in Guruvayur, this is in the Kerala, this is the same deity which Lord Krishna, Dwaraka Krishna, when he was about to go back to his abode, he really left that deity to really, he gave it to Uddhava to really install somewhere. But what happened was, by the time the sea actually took over, and this deity was actually floating by the help of Vayu Bhagavan and also Brihaspati. So this came to this place in Kerala, and now that is the same deity that they are actually worshipping. There happened to be elephant. That elephant, because that temple had about 80 or 100 elephants that time. And one of the elephant was very naughty. He was actually brought as a small elephant, he really came. And he was giving so many problems, and then the head priest said that we have to really go and tie this elephant just in front of the Japa Mandala, where this all the Harinama Kirtan is actually always going on. So he was tied there, and this elephant was actually hearing. In its heart, so many things happened, and whatever that happened, he took a vow to follow every single Ekadasi. An elephant. He followed the Ekadasi until he passed his, he left his body. His name was Keshavan, because, Keshavan. So this elephant, not even a single Ekadasi that did not fast. And even others used to really tease the elephant by giving very tasty foods and everything, but it will never touch. No water, no eating, nothing. And this was how he developed that strong Sankalpa. And not only that, he also eventually was the one on his head, the Lord's deity, the Utsava deity was always kept on his head, and it used to really carry. That was the service he was doing. And then, anyway, to make it short, so many things happened. Then, on the day he was about to leave the body, and from wherever he was tied, he really came running. In 3 a.m. the temple opens. He showed up at 3 a.m. by breaking all the chain and everything. So he really went around the temple 3 times. Everybody was just running behind. What is happening? 3 times he really went around, and then he really placed himself in the front of the deity, all the way outside, and then he really bent his trunk right there, and he made 3 sounds, and he left the body. And there is a monument now. It's a Guruvayur monument. You are seeing on the picture, and they really also the temple authorities, they really took up the 2 tusks and then put it at the front of the temple that you are seeing on the left side top. You can see that even now. So look at the Sankalpa, how even an elephant was able to really follow the Ekadasi that well. Very nice. But Ekadasi, this Sankalpa is not for everybody. There was a case where there was a Maharaj who was instructing somebody saying, you should take a vow to really, give up your onions, give up eating onions, give up eating garlic, give up drinking tea or coffee, and give up gossiping, so many things they will give. So this particular person was, he was a little upset, but okay, I will do my best. So then he really went away. He never returned back. Then another devotee saw that person in the marketplace, and he was asking, yeah, you talked to Maharaj, and he was actually giving all those things to be given up. So, did you do anything about that? Oh, yeah. Because he said, give up this, give up that, and everything. But yes, I gave up something too. But that was the easiest thing. What was the thing that you could really give away? You eating onion or garlic or drinking tea or coffee or gossiping? What did you do? I gave up Maharaj. That was the easiest thing for me. So this is how it's not for everybody. It is not for everybody. While the entire world is gossiping on so many mundane topics, with hundreds of television channels, phone and social media on mundane topics, a good sankalpa that is needed for the current situation is not to have any touch on the mundane topics. This is the big one. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Gramya Kada, Na Sunibe, Gramya Vartha, Na Kagipa. So do not listen to ordinary mundane talks. Do not speak about ordinary matters. Do not eat palatable dishes. And do not dress opulently. So this is how this kind of sankalpa is what we really want to have. The sad story of Chota Haridasa also, he also took a sankalpa. Because of the chastisement by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took the sankalpa to leave the body. Many devotees also take sankalpa to live in the holy dhams, Nawadwip Dham. And this is one of the topmost and unique sankalpas, is to take shelter and live in Vrindavan. Living in Vrindavan is a big sankalpa. So, actually there is a verse, actually I read that, it says, Hitvane Khila Vasana Bhaja, it's a long one. What it's saying is, oh sadhaka jivas, if your only goal is to relish the rasa of the ocean of Sri Radha Krishna's loving pastimes, and if you are longing to attain this, then give up all other sankalpas, other determination, and take shelter and worship Sri Vrindavan, the bestower of prema. So like taking sankalpa to live in Nawadwip, taking sankalpa to live in Vrindavan is also very high. They are not different. Of course, Vrindavan and the Nawadwip, they are not different. There are so many great acharyas and devotees took sankalpas to reside in these holy places and took shelter and lived in Nawadwip Dham and Vrindavan. In the Vrindavan Mahimamrita, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakura describes as how one is mesmerized by the beauty and rasa of Vrindavan. What is he saying? Divya Pushpa Pallavadi Ramya Valli Sobhite Twara Desa Divya Pushpa Toranadi Chitrite Andarali Kalpitati Divya Pushpa Bhalpake Divya Ratnadi Paraji Sarvato Virajite. Oh Sri Vrindavan! Oh, Vrindavan! Vrindavan is a beautiful, wonderful place. Is a wonderful dham with many vines, charming with splendid leaves and flowers, wonderful with many splendid archways, decorated with many splendid flower couches, splendid with jewel lamps everywhere. Vrindavan is filled with wonderful divine creatures and palaces. They are all serving the divine couple. Divya Kavya Natakadi Patta Sila Sarika Kira Brunda Sundareti Majju Kushta Mandire Divya Brunga Gunjitena Ranjiteti Mohane Kokiladi Gujitena Pujitena Gitivi. Sri Vrindavan is extremely beautiful with male and female parrots who are so expert at reciting plays, poetries and other literatures. This Vrindavan is decorated with lovely forest palaces. It is enchanting with the humming of splendid bees and glorious songs of cuckoos and other birds. This Vrindavan is simply indescribable to ordinary people. It is the dham of the divine couple. Only the most fortunate can see and live in this most divine dham. Manda Manda Sita Sita Divya Gandha Vayuna Janarandra Rang ರಿಂಗಿ ರತ್ನ ರಂಗಭಾವ ಸೇವಿತೆ ತತ್ತದಿಷ್ಟ ವಸ್ತು ಬೃಂದ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶ ಲೋಭನೆ ಗೌರನೀಲ ದಂಪತಿ ಮನೋಜ ವಿಗ್ವಲ ಸ್ಮರ. Sri Vrindavan is filled with a network of very gentle, pleasantly cool, wonderful, fragrant breezes. It fulfills all the desires. It is the place where the amorous desires of the fair and dark divine couple are overwhelmed. This Vrindavan is the place where the most fortunate ones will take Sankalpa to live in, taking shelter of this most holy dham and serving the divine couple forever. And in fact, to conclude, I think I'm nearing my time. I think so. To conclude.
Prabhuji, आपके पास 10 minutes बाकी है.
Very good. Okay, good. This is probably perfect. Okay, thank you for reminding. This is a Sankalpa bhajan, of course. You know, I just sometimes it really comes there. This is actually because I thought, yeah, this is Sankalpa. This is my Sankalpa but I haven't taken yet. I'm closer, going closer and closer. But hopefully, by all your mercy, this will happen. What is that Sankalpa? This Sankalpa is, I want to become a beggar, bhikshu in Vrindavan, roaming through the entire dham, Yamuna, Govardhan, all the kundas and all the forest, searching for the divine couple. Aham bhikshu Vrindavane, Yamuna Tire Vrindavane. Aham bhikshu Vrindavane, Yamuna Tire Vrindavane. Govardhane Vrindavane, Gokul Dhamne Vrindavane. Govardhana Vrindavane, Gokul Dhamne Vrindavane. Aham bhikshu Vrindavane, Yamuna Tire Vrindavane. Aham bhikshu Vrindavane, Yamuna Tire Vrindavane. Govardhane Vrindavane, Gokul Dhamne Vrindavane. Govardhane Vrindavane, Gokul Dhamne Vrindavane. Radha Kunde, Shyama Kunde, Ratna Kunde, Brahma Kunde. Radha Kunde, Shyama Kunde, Ratna Kunde, Brahma Kunde. Lalita Kunde, Vishaka Kunde, Vrinda Kunde, Uddhava Kunde. Lalita Kunde, Vishaka Kunde, Vrinda Kunde, Uddhava Kunde. Aham bhikshu Vrindavane, Yamuna Tire Vrindavane. Aham bhikshu Vrindavane, Yamuna Tire Vrindavane. Govardhane Vrindavane, Gokul Dhamne Vrindavane. Govardhane Vrindavane, Gokul Dhamne Vrindavane. निकुञ्जवने निदीवने नाट्यकार्य गमन्वने निकुञ्जवने निदीवने नाट्यकार्य गमन्वने कुसुमवने किशोरीवने गोचरन वने गोकुल वने कुसुम वने किशोरी वने गोचरन वने गोकुल वने अहं भिक्षु वृन्दावने यमुनातीरे वृन्दावने अहं भिक्षु वृन्दावने यमुनातीरे वृन्दावने गोवर्धने वृन्दावने गोकुलधामे वृन्दावने गोवर्धने वृन्दावने गोकुलधामे वृन्दावने सेवा कुंजे इमली कुंजे क्षीर घाटे ब्रह्मेर घाटे सेवा कुंजे इमली कुंजे क्षीर घाटे ब्रह्मेर घाटे केशी घाटे नंद गावो किशोरी घाटे वर्षाने केशी घाटे नंद गावो किशोरी घाटे वर्षाने अहं भिक्षु वृन्दावने यमुनातीरे वृन्दावने अहं भिक्षु वृन्दावने यमुनातीरे वृन्दावने गोवर्धने वृन्दावने गोकुलधामे वृन्दावने Anyway, I don't want to get to another one again. So thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity, and very special thanks to this wonderful Seva team and the dedicated members. I can't believe actually Gurudev has really given so nicely engaged me to really associate with you all. Thank you. Vanja kalpa charupchecha kripa sindhu pevacha paritanam pavanepyo vaishnavepyo namo namaha. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I don't really know what to say, other than I cannot really say that I know Srila Gurudev's heart, but I'm sure that if Srila Gurudev is watching this presentation, that he must be so pleased, and that he must be patting you on the head and giving so many ashirwad, so many blessings. If there was anyone that could analyze Sankalpa and present it in such a beautiful way, it is definitely you. So thank you so much for concluding our understanding of what it means to properly have a good intention for this Nawadwip Parikrama, and for being able to illustrate it so beautifully, especially with that very sweet bhajan at the end. Both Yashodanandan Prabhu and I, we were smiling. Yashodanandan Prabhu was singing. We were just kind of beaming from ear to ear, because you're just such a wonderful devotee, and it's just such a joy to watch you and to hear from you.
There's nothing for me to add other than copy paste. Agreed.
Jai. So Dandavad Pranam Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again. Bhagavati Kanta Prabhu, that
Kanti,
bhajan?
Kanti Dasa Mahashai.
Acha. Yes, I know that Jiva Pavana Prabhu, he had recorded it, so perhaps, and it's on YouTube and like that, so you can always access it. There's multiple ways to access it.
Who is the author of that?
Bhagavati Kanta Prabhu, who is the author?
Author is because I give everything to Gurudev only. Nothing is from me. No. Gurudev sometimes inspires this, and then few words here and there come up there. So that's all I do.